Hello, everyone. I'm Sydney with Catalyst Solutions. Welcome to today's webinar, Call Center Optimization for 2023 and Beyond. Today's presenter is Scott Martin, President of Catalyst Solutions. Scott has been in the healthcare industry for over 25 years and has deep experience with IT, operations, and clinical functions. Today's webinar is being hosted by Catalyst Solutions. Catalyst Solutions is a woman-owned healthcare services and consulting firm that provides comprehensive payer solutions. For almost 25 years, Catalyst has partnered with health plans with memberships ranging from 1,000 to 40 million lives across all lines of businesses. Catalyst's mission is to help plans focus on what really matters, changing healthcare by making it affordable and accessible, and improving healthcare outcomes. And for 2 years running, Catalyst has been awarded the top healthcare BPO company by the Healthcare Business Review. With that, I'll pass it over to Scott.
Thank you, Sydney. In the past, a call center was the department within a healthcare plan that managed the inbound and outbound customer communications. As the name suggests, the principal means of a customer contacting the plan was by way of telephone. Call centers have evolved over the last decade. They are now known as contact centers, as inquiries and correspondences are no longer limited to the telephone. Channels include SMS or texting, web chat, email, and self-service, which can include fax and AI like chatbots. And all of these technologies allow the healthcare plan to offer a unified approach to the customer experience. Social media is also a component of a unified customer experience strategy. Healthcare plans, like companies in other verticals, are increasingly using social media as a vehicle to engage their customers. The consumer's changing mindset about the use of social media has evolved. Social media is now an inseparable part of an omni-channel communication system. Healthcare plans are now actively seeking ways to improve the customer experience and the value the healthcare plan can bring through the use of social media. And this is something we'll talk about in the next slide. One of the trends we're starting to see is that some healthcare plans are making use of these two-way conversations and making them public. That way, potential customers can see how the healthcare plan can solve problems. Customer experience is the sum of the customer's interaction with the healthcare plan, and it reflects the customer's perception of the plan, their overall satisfaction with the product, like benefits, and the services they receive. Many healthcare plans don't offer digital platforms that meet with these changing expectations, but healthcare consumers have become highly educated and discerning. To meet their rising expectation, healthcare plans must embrace customer engagement programs that provide members with services and information that they want. What members want is a seamless experience. It needs to be customized to meet their needs. It needs to provide meaningful information, and it needs to be delivered via their preferred channel, like web or mobile. And it needs to be available when they, the customer, are ready to engage. At the same time, members also want services to support their holistic health and wellness needs. For example, fitness and nutrition, education, access to social support and fitness communities. And they also want reward systems and incentives that go along with participating in those activities. Let's talk about the challenges of a healthcare call center. The good news is these challenges are not unique. Every call center, regardless of vertical, faces these challenges to some degree. These challenges are broken down into the following categories: human resourcing, budgetary, and then the question, virtual versus an on-prem call center. In regards to human resourcing, the challenges facing a call center in a healthcare plan are finding and hiring competent, skilled customer service reps, establishing competitive salary ranges, motivating and retaining call center agents, measuring call center agent performance, and maintaining call center skills through appropriate training. On the budgetary side, the average call center contact center spends about 60% to 70% of its annual budget on staff salary. At the same time, agent turnover in the call center ranges between 25% and 45%. And we've actually seen upticks in this, through the pandemic period, through the Great Resignation, and through the quiet quitting that followed. Additionally, staff absenteeism in a non-healthcare vertical ranges in the 10% area. In healthcare, it can go as high as 17%. The growth of CRM or customer relation management technologies and other technologies requires skilled and experienced agents, and securing that level of talent and providing training for those resources increases cost. And then new call center technologies, whether it's IVA or IVR, artificial intelligence and chatbots, data and analytics are cost prohibitive to many healthcare plans. And then finally, the question of do we have a virtual or an on-premise call center presents challenges as well. For example, in a virtual call center, there are problems with IT equipment and access. There are concerns around cybersecurity and compliance, issues with reduced productivity and agent accuracy, insufficient feedback from and for supervisors and auditors, lack of access to critical information, challenges maintaining daily structure, the loss of personal connection and relationships amongst call center resources, and then finally, just distractions from working from home. On the other hand, there are challenges with an on-prem call center. For example, costs are higher. The upfront costs can be prohibitive. There are ongoing labor costs. And then for the servers and other technologies, there are the costs of annual upgrades. Similarly, there are security concerns. There are higher security risks because the data is actually stored on site. A security breach could lead to the loss of sensitive customer data. And finally, it is more expensive to maintain an on-premise call center than it is to maintain a cloud security call center. Some of the challenges that call centers face can be remediated through the introduction of technology. In the last 10 years, call centers have evolved rapidly. A number of new innovative and new technologies have been introduced. These technologies have optimized call center performance and driven greater performance, reduced expenses, increased scalability, and improved customer satisfaction. The first technology that we want to talk about is the automatic call distributor, or the ACD. The ACD facilitates skill-based routing, which ensures that a customer is assisted by a skilled agent, agents who have the tools and training necessary to resolve the customer's concern efficiently. Having a specialized team with specific skills will increase customer satisfaction by ensuring that the problems are addressed by agents who are trained to do the job. Skill-based routing allows a healthcare plan to accelerate training by training agents on discrete tasks and putting them in the field quickly. Using an ACD, you can build your routing strategy based on agent skills. As time and inbound volumes permit, agents can be trained in other call types, which allows them to be assigned into new call circles that either handle greater number of inquiries or inquiries that are more complex. Interactive voice response is an automated phone system technology that allows incoming callers to utilize menu options via the keypad of their phone to access information via a voice response system. That system can play pre-recorded messages, or it can interface with the plan's core platform, allowing customers to self-service without ever having to speak to an agent. Natural language processing, or NLP, is a form of artificial intelligence that allows humans to interact with computers using conversational speech. The machine will hear what the caller says and the AI responds. The process goes back and forth like a normal conversation. In some cases, the machine can fully resolve the issue without the need for human intervention. Or if the inquiry is beyond the AI's capability, NLP can pass it along to a human agent, provide all of the background and context, and that human agent can provide a final resolution. Additionally, NLP has some other capabilities. NLP can be used to listen to conversations between the agent and the customer. It can listen to the words that are being used and to the tone of voice to determine the sentiment of the call. This technology has a lot of uses. For example, if the conversation is escalating, if the customer is unhappy, the technology can prompt a supervisor to intervene. It can also be used to identify trends in the agent performance. And in doing so, it can allow the supervisor or the auditor to provide feedback to the supervisor so the supervisor can give the agent constructive coaching and improve that agent's performance. Workforce management. Workforce management is one of the most important tools available to a call center manager. With the aid of a workforce manager, healthcare plans can use historical values to predict the number of calls coming at a given time of the day, of the week, or the month, and thereby determine how many agents are needed to handle the expected volume of interactions. Workforce Manager ensures that plans have the right number of employees with the right skills to meet the needs of the customer. Screen Pop is a CTI or computer telephony integration capability that integrates a core platform or a CRM, a customer relationship manager, into the plan's telephony. Screen Pop displays key elements of the caller information to the call center agent. For example, the caller's name, key demographics like the caller's phone number and address, if the caller has made any recent telephone calls into the call center, and so on. And this greatly improves the speed at which the call center agent can validate and verify the caller's identity per HIPAA guidelines. This technology is extremely valuable and in many cases can actually reduce total talk time and wrap time, improving the performance and speed of the call center agent. Quality assurance or QA technology is one of the most powerful tools in the healthcare plan's arsenal for assessing the success of the contact center. The goal of QA technology is to uncover patterns and highlight trends, so the pattern can make so the plan can make more educated business decisions based on real-time insights, and to help the call center agent to better performance, be it through better quality or better productivity. And then lastly, training technology. Call center agents are the most important component of the call center. Their growth and success is intrinsically tied to the success of the plan. Advanced learning and development technology offers healthcare plans the ability to develop and manage courses, assign call center agent users, and streamline class attendance so they can deliver training and instructional materials and help grow and scale the plan to meet the organization's needs. In addition to technology, many plans have found that outsourcing is a way to overcome the call center's challenges. When we look at the healthcare plan, there are activities that a plan undertakes that give them a competitive edge in the marketplace. Activities that provide value to members and providers, activities that improve healthcare outcomes. Those activities need to be the focus of the healthcare plan. On the other hand, there are activities that the plan must do, but these activities do not differentiate the organization. They do not provide a competitive advantage. These processes are considered commodity or commodity services. These processes, tasks, and technologies are really best left to an outsourcing vendor. Successful healthcare plans have learned to focus on a limited set of core priorities. Anything that is not core business could and should be outsourced to a trusted partner. Included in those are our front office functions like the call center and a number of back office functions, including claims and payment processing. Many healthcare plans believe the only way to ensure exceptional customer experience is to handle the call center process in-house. And that's convenient if the plan already has a team in place ready to handle all of those needs. But a growing number of organizations are beginning to realize that the value of outsourcing for their call center. Organizations like Catalyst Solutions can provide healthcare plans with outsourcing services that yield benefits like less costs. Call centers are labor intensive. There's continuous agent recruiting, hiring, and training. And because call centers experience a 25 to 45% annual turnover rate, that becomes very expensive. Additionally, there are facility and infrastructure costs, including computers, internet, hardware, and software, many of which can be cost prohibitive. Because outsourcing vendors provide this service for many plans, they can make investments and create scales of economy that an individual plan cannot. Outsourcing vendors can provide greater scalability. As call volumes increase and customer expectations grow, call centers get busier and busier. Third-party call centers like Catalyst have experience and the resources necessary to meet a healthcare plan's rapidly changing needs, including 24-hour services, off-hour services, and overflow servicing, which means supplying additional agents during periods of peak call volume. Outsourcing vendors also have access to the latest and greatest tools and technology. Many plans wish to improve their existing technology, such as moving their ACD and PBX to the cloud, implementing Workforce Manager, or a learning management system. Some plans are interested in pursuing other technologies, such as artificial intelligence, data and analytics, chatbot, or natural language processing modules. Unfortunately, the costs associated with some of these innovations can be a barrier. That's why outsourced call centers are a very viable solution, because they have the ability to make investments in these tools because they provide services to a multitude of healthcare plan call centers, and therefore have the resources and economies to do that. Outsourcing vendors can actually provide better customer experience. Outsourced agents that are exclusively dedicated to answering inbound calls provide a better customer experience. But in-house call center agents are frequently required to perform other critical functions within the healthcare plan. They wear many hats. Likewise, they don't necessarily have optimized training. So the training that an outsourced vendor agent has is very oftentimes superior to what an in-house healthcare plan call center agent can receive. An outsourced call center is also 100% dedicated to handling inbound inquiries and outbound campaigns. These agents are thoroughly trained to handle any inquiry or concern the customer can present. Outsourced call center agents are knowledgeable and skilled in providing top-tier service in the call center space. Greater specialization is a benefit of outsourcing. Running a successful call center requires specific knowledge and skills to take care of the healthcare plan's customers. An outsourced call center provider will offer valuable insight and proven strategies from years of experience. Additionally, outsourced call centers can provide extra services such as multilingual support that can be difficult to offer in-house. And then lastly, as far as benefits are concerned, outsourcing vendors can provide increased quality control and monitoring. Third-party call centers have the tools, processes, and teams in place to record all of the calls and to review the performance of their agents. Outsourced vendors have strong alignment between their audit teams, their training teams, and the supervisory staff, which allows them to identify trends quickly and take immediate corrective action. Moving on, we want to talk about the key performance indicators of a healthcare plan. These are the metrics that healthcare plans use to determine whether they are successful and where there's opportunity. So the values that you would be looking for, the key performance indicators you'd be looking for in your call center are things like call abandonment rate, percentages of calls blocked, average time the member or the provider spends in queue, total service level, speed of answer, average call handling time, average after call time, or what is sometimes referred to as wrap time, total handle time, calls handled by rep, calls handled by the totality of the call center, call arrival rate, average call length, first call resolution, number of repeat calls, occupancy rates, agent utilization rates, cost per call, customer satisfaction or net promoter score, adherence to schedule, and errors and rework required. Achieving a future state member engagement strategy requires plans to mature their consumer-centric focus and increase the system/content integration related to analytics and informatics. The goal of a data and analytics-centric organization must be designed and built in a way that is low in cost, low in complexity, stable, highly integrated, and scalable. With the right data analysis tools and underlying infrastructure, data streams and user tool sets in the healthcare plan can be used to target specific member populations, deliver health engagement services with targeted communications, promote care compliance using focused education, reduce cost per episode of high-cost procedures, steer members to preferred providers or facilities, support improved quality of care standards, increase member confidence and satisfaction, and reduce wasted marketing cost and member abrasion. So with all of that said, we've talked about the fact that call centers have evolved. Customers want multiple channels to reach the healthcare plan. Those include the traditional telephone, using chat, email, text, social media, and web self-service. Call centers face challenges, including issues around human resourcing, issues related to budget, and the question about, do we have a virtual call center or do we have an on-prem call center? Solving these challenges, as we've discussed, can involve the advent of new technology or the use of an outsourcing partner. And then maximizing the effectiveness of the call center and optimizing the customer experience requires plans to invest in analytics and data management.